This blogging assignment, Music and the Fictive Dream, is about stories. And music has a long tradition of collaborating with stories. Specific for this assignment, you are going to be looking at works that are part of larger works. What do I mean by a larger work? Think of a Disney film with music like The Lion King, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. Or an opera like Carmen, The Magic Flute. Or how about a musical like Hamilton or The Sound of Music? Soundtracks for film or television shows, or video games that change music as the scene changes. These are all examples of larger works. You will then be focusing on one specific work from a larger work, like Under the Sea is a work from The Little Mermaid, or Yorktown, A World Turned Upside Down from Hamilton, or music from the HBO's Game of Thrones titled The Light of Seven, which gives a haunting backdrop to... I'm not going to tell you what it gives a haunting background to, because that might be a spoiler if you haven't seen it. So this assignment is a bit more involved than some of the other assignments, so it's worth more points. First, you're going to need to give some background on the larger work. What is it, first of all? Is it a musical, an opera, a video game? When did it come out? A little background, a little history. For example, if you choose The Little Mermaid, you would need to state that it's one of the many successful animated kids movies created by Disney Studios, and it's based on the children's story by Danish author Hans Christian Andersen. That sort of background, and that would be about a paragraph's worth. Then you should discuss the context of the specific work you selected. If you were doing Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid, you would need to state that it is sung by the character Sebastian, who's a lobster. He's the royal court composer, and he's been given the task by the king to keep Princess Ariel out of trouble. And when Sebastian discovers that Ariel intends to live in the human world, he sings this song to persuade her that things are so much better in their world under the sea. Now, of course, you would need a link to Under the Sea in your blog, as you did with previous blogs, and you're going to need to provide an analysis of several of the music elements, as well as expressing your opinion of the song, and you should be quite comfortable doing that by now. But in this case, you're going to go beyond that. What is the social commentary behind this song? Is there a larger message? And most of the time, yeah, you bet there are. I did a quick little tour of this topic and found several lively articles that discussed a whole range of social commentary for Under the Sea. Pretentious presentations aren't very persuasive. That was one of them. Or a life of partying isn't desirable and should be rejected. So it's amazing what you can do in about 5 minutes of research, and research will be required from you. Yep, just like all our previous assignments, a minimum of 2 sources, and you will need to do it in scholarly style, proper citation, hyperlinking, editing. Don't forget the title in italics, the composer dates, country of origin, and there's the second part to this assignment too, the comment section. And you'll be commenting on 2 of your classmates' blogs, and they should be some pretty interesting reading. You'll be offering your polite opinion and add more to the discussion. So in addition to adding more to the discussion and your opinion, you're going to need to address the social commentary portion that your classmates provided. Do you agree with it? Did it make you think differently about the work? Maybe you have a different theory to propose. And just like before, you'll need to add to the exploration. I already said that though. So maybe a link to further learning. Did you learn something else about the musical elements that wasn't discussed? Those are just some suggestions to get you going, and make sure you get full credit on those comments. This assignment is really popular with students, and I hope you have a good time exploring a work that you enjoy.